How to preserve my shape? Can I swim at the backyard pool? For whom it's needed to practice with resistance? What type of resistance should I get? What kind of set should I do with resistance? And how often do I need to practice with it? Greetings everyone, this is Coach Alexander. I'm a USA Swimming Coach and American Swimming Coach Association Level 2. In this video, I will answer all the questions regarding resistant core, and you will find out all aspects of this type of workout. Many athletes nowadays are concerned about preserving their shape. Due to the situation with pandemic, we all got cut off the steady training, and all skills that have been built by weeks, months and years is about to be ruined. But don't get frustrated yet. There is a simple remedy of how to preserve your shape and possibly improve some skills. And as you may already understood, I'm talking about old school equipment, a resistant cord. This is probably the best solution for swimming addicted people. Many of you likely know or ever heard of it, but not everybody had a chance to use it, and now it's a perfect opportunity to master this skill. So, question number one, where to use it? Usually top-level athletes use it at day training to improve some specific skills such as speed and explosiveness, but it's perfectly suitable for backyard pool as well. As long as you fit in your pool completely, you're good to go. Throughout summertime, I've been working with my most committed students, and I can say that even inflatable pools are good for this purpose. Basically, if you have a pool and resistant, you can cover at least 50% of your swimming needs in this condition. So don't waste your time and get into business.
Check up my body, join the flow.
And next topic is, can everyone use it for swim training? To be brief, the higher level, the more sense it makes for you to use it. If you or your kid belong to the team, so definitely yes. It will be a great reinforcement for your development. If you or your child is very beginner, you're still learning stroke technique, your level of transferring power through your muscle is low, then no, it doesn't make any sense. You gotta be able to resist the cord strength and retain your positioning as you perform. It requires a quite advanced physique and coordination. And we gradually get into the main part of this video. If it turned out that you're ready to work out with resistance, next question that should be answered, what type of resistance do I need? Resistant cords are different. Some of them very light and easy to stretch, some of them are thick and hard to stretch. There is a next standard chart. Red marker indicates that it is a heaviest resistance, usually it equals to 55 pounds. Then there is a blue marker that indicates 45 pounds resistance. Then a yellow one, 35 pounds, green one, 25 pounds, and white, approximately 12.5 pounds respectively. If you can't find out how much weight exactly resistant cord is matching, you always can figure that by color I've just mentioned. Usually belt or some part of a cord is colored, and this is an indication of resistance. If there is no markers, the thicker cord is, the heavier it is. Next thing to pay attention at is the length of a cord. You can find a very short cord, 3-4 feet, and all the way up to 20-25 feet that can be stretched up to 3-4 times of its length. My advice, get the long one that you can use at the regular full-length pool if needed. And for home pool it works also. You just need to adjust the length of a cord by wrapping it around something. So at your peak efforts, you would barely reach the wall of the pool. Basically, a long cord gives you more variations and options in work. For young generation, I would recommend pretty light cords so they won't struggle to resist against the cord, and they will be able to maintain a good quality of work and technique. For more mature athletes and pure sprinters, the cord should be a high-end stiffness.
one. Ready, go.
Now guys, let's discuss what kind of set should you do with the resistance. Keep watching. My coaching experience has expanded my knowledge about purpose of working out with resistance. In my opinion, a great variety of swim workouts can be done with it. Beginning with casual low intensity swim such as recovery swim or getting into the shape, and also all the way up to the hardcore race-based sprint set. And even push off the wall and breakouts can be trained. Now here I'm gonna give you an example of one practice I did with my students. Warm up is 8 by minute IM order, odd number swim, even number drill. Drills, by the way, are my number one thing to use at practice with young athletes. After that, we go 4 rounds of 2 by 45 seconds, 1 kick, 1 pull, plus 1.5 minute swim, 1 round of each stroke. Then 12 by 30 seconds IM order sprints. After that, cool down set, 3 by 2 minutes freestyle. Of course, it's not a training plan that will grant you success, but time to time it can be used though, if you are able to handle it. Basically, all regular sets can be performed with the cord with appropriate adjustments. I wouldn't recommend to do a very extensive non-stop swim though, because first of all, it's mentally exhausting, and second, it is boring. If you intend to do endurance set, I would break down the whole thing and done it as a broken distance. Let's say instead of 1000 non-stop, I would do 5-6 rounds by 2:30-2:45 seconds.
Check out my body, join the flow.
In this case, the water itself pushes your arms back. So you have to avoid that resistance. Simply above the water. 1, 2. Above the water. 1, 2.
So, how to find out the distance? I don't really bother myself with it. So I just convert the distance into time that my students would normally overcome it with. Also, I would recommend to have a main set on each practice and build other sets as a preparation for it, plus cool down set in the end. Next, regarding issues. Number one thing I have noticed while working with my students is uneven body position. Legs sinking down, especially at backstroke, so that's why almost every single practice, a significant part of it is taken by drills and kicking for my students. So you too, don't forget about this component. If you were out of practicing for a while, start with drills and moderate intensity during training with resistance, and then gradually increase it.
Ready, go.
Next topic is regarding equipment. I prefer to use all equipment, paddles for better propulsion, pull buoys, kickboards, and even snorkel for body stability. Fins sometimes to generate faster speed and increase heart rate. By the way, swim equipment is a very important topic. I'm planning to dedicate a separate video on it. Support this idea by a like if you're interested. And one more question, how often should you work out with resistant cord? If you don't have an access to the pool, I would recommend to swim with it every single practice. Number of practices is defined by your schedule. Presumably, usually you have 5 swim practices per week, so all 5 can be done with resistant cord. However, if you have an access to regular pool, you can combine, and even when you're back to your lovely local pool on permanent basis again, it's not a reason to forget about your resistant cord. One sprint set once in a while is always a good idea. So in conclusion of this video, I would like to mention also that swimming with resistant cord is a great boost for your skills and mood. It's a great indication of your effectiveness. You got no chance to fail because the cord will pull you back. It gets your technique disciplined and well organized. Practice it, improve yourself, and as always, support this video with like. Check out my other videos.
Down like that on first attempt. But it's better late than never, right? Good. Come up, fantastic. Relax a little bit, process it in your head, and repeat the final time like that, and then I'll let you go. Okay? Alright. 2 laps fast. Ready, go. And in conclusion of this video, guys, I wanted to say that while pools in New York barely and very slowly reopening, we're still working out at backyard pools with my most committed students. So hopefully you picked up a lot of interesting ideas for your swim training in regards of resistance. Workout with resistance is very hard to overvalue. Also, I wanted to say that if we haven't been working out with resistance throughout the summer, most likely the upcoming season for my students would have been lost. So keep practicing it, keep training. Everybody stay safe and fit, and take care. Bye-bye.
We learned a lot of above the water recovery because it's all about your efficiency. Over here as well, you have to feel which specific way you're gonna move your arm to get the least resistance. Okay? Right now, round 2. Ready? And go.